Torches will now be lit in memory of the victims of the Holocaust and in honor of those who resisted Nazi tyranny during these dark times, as the theme from Schindler's List is played. The final torch will be lit in honor of the State of Israel, where the Jewish people were reborn after the Holocaust. To light the first torch, I call upon Oskar Deutsch, President of the Jewish Community of Austria, Karl-Heinz Kopf, Vice President of the Austrian Parliament, and Gabriele Heinisch-Hossek, Federal Minister for Education and Women's Affairs, Austria. The Austrian government has introduced a special curriculum on the study of the Holocaust and has sponsored the participation of large numbers of students and adults on the March of the Living for the last decade. Minister Gabriele Heinisch-Hossek herself is deeply committed to Holocaust education in Austria. Thousands of Austrian teachers have participated in Holocaust education seminars, 550 alone in Yad Vashem. Every year, 20,000 students visit the Mauthausen Memorial, and nearly 4,000 students have visited Auschwitz-Birkenau with the march.
We light this torch in honor of the righteous among the nations who rescued Jews during the Holocaust, risking their own lives to do this very noble deed.
To light the second torch, I call upon student representatives of the March of the Living 2015 from Canada, the United States, Argentina, Mexico, and the United Kingdom. They represent the over 220,000 students, including the students who are here today, who have participated in the March of the Living since 1988.
We light this torch in honor of the survivors who began their lives again, established new families, and picked up the pieces of their shattered world after suffering through the unspeakable horrors of the Holocaust.
To light the third torch, I call upon Claire and Joe Tugendhaft. Mr. and Mrs. Tugendhaft are both of Dutch origin and were born after the war. 300 members of Claire's family were wiped out during the Shoah, with only her 2 brothers and father surviving. After living in Geneva for 45 years, they made Aliyah to Israel and currently live in Tel Aviv.
We light this torch in memory of the 6 million Jews whose lives were taken from them in the Shoah, and in memory of the millions of other innocent civilians, victims of World War II, and in honor of the millions of soldiers who gave their lives fighting for freedom.
To light the fourth torch, I call upon the veteran March of the Living leadership, representing the March of the Living from around the world, who have dedicated years of their life to educating Jewish children about the Shoah and connecting them to Israel. I invite Monice Newman from Los Angeles, Leon Weisberg from Florida, Dalia Catanao from Panama, Moshe Punsky from Mexico, and Sheila Maltz-Schul from Brazil.
We light this torch in memory of the 1.5 million children that were murdered in the Shoah.
To light the fifth torch, I call upon Ambassador Keith M. Harper, accompanied by Phyllis and Richard Heidemann. Mr. Harper was nominated by President Obama as the United States Ambassador for the United Nations Human Rights Council. He is a member of the Cherokee Nation and is the first ever Native American to receive the rank of United States Ambassador. Phyllis Greenberg Heidemann is the chair of the International March of the Living Advisory Board, was a U.S. presidential appointee to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum Council, and has dedicated herself to preserving the future of the Jewish people through her commitment to Holocaust education, legacy, and memory. Richard Heidemann, international attorney, human rights activist, and noted author, has worked on behalf of victims of terror and is a dedicated defender of Israel and of the Jewish people.
We light this torch in honor of all the minorities and all those with disabilities that were murdered by the Nazis during the Holocaust.
To light the sixth and final torch, I call upon Rabbi Israel Meir Lau and Noach Kliger, who both survived the Holocaust as children. Rabbi Lau, Chief Rabbi of Tel Aviv-Yafo and Chairman of Yad Vashem, has participated in every March of the Living since 1988. Noach Kliger is a well-renowned journalist, famous for his reporting of the Eichmann and Demjanjuk Nazi war trials. Mr. Kliger has participated in the March of the Living for many years.
We light this torch in the honor of the State of Israel, where the Jewish people were reborn after the Shoah.